welcome back to Demo 690, guys. I'm in the shed here. It's Sunday. I've decided to work at this tank a little bit, seeing as I have a little bit of downtime. Yeah, so we came to the conclusion the last video that the tank was getting pretty blocked up where the petcock was. So I've ordered a new one on eBay and I'm waiting for it to come. But I couldn't figure out how to get it off. Couldn't see any nuts or bolts. But I was informed that there was a little screen inside when you take off the filter. And here it is. So it was covering over a screw. So I took that out. And you'll see now, there's our screw. Right there. Now there's a problem with the screw. Because somebody's been at this tank before me. And they were obviously at it with a spoon. As you can see, there's no getting that out with a screwdriver. I have tried everything, believe me. That is not coming out with a screwdriver. So I have no choice, but I'm just going to have to drill it out. And that's what we're going to do today. And we're going to pull the petcock off and give it a good cleaning. Try and find another screw for it. I will have to drain the petrol out. So I'll probably have to drain it into one of these cans here on the floor. I don't know, yeah, you can see that. So I have a funnel somewhere if I can find it in this mess of a shed. If not, I'll just put this hole over the hole of the tank can, and I'll drain it into it. But part of me's kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't do that because it's probably full of dirt. There's a good half a tank of fuel in this, I think. I don't see any other option really though. I may take the clear stuff or the good stuff and put it into this can because this one's half full. This one's kind of, there's a good bit in it too. Hard to know what to do. But we have to drain this no matter what, so we'll try and do that. Yeah, so I got the petcock off. You can see I've taken it all apart. There's the two screws, there's the seal that goes in here. There's the top part of it. Now I have been through this. There's a little bit of a crack in this pipe. Shouldn't affect though. I mean, it still should be getting fuel. I have cleaned it out with WD-40. I've just squirted a load in through all these holes. Everything is clear now. I'll try and demonstrate that just to show you. But everything is clear. The fuel is able to get where it needs to go. And if there's any more problems, I cannot see it being this as the issue. But I'll just put this down here and I'll show you that this is clear. I don't know if you can see that. Right. So we're going to try this first hole. This should shoot out the top pipe, which it does. You can see. Our next hole should be, it should come out this smaller hole here. Actually, sorry, that was the bottom part. This one should come out the top hole, which it does. So you can see there's fuel getting through there. This one should come out the bottom hole here, as you see. Hold on, I'll get it in the right place. Right, you ready? Yep, there we go. So fuel's getting everywhere it needs to go. The pipe that actually feeds the bike, just for your entertainment, see, straight, it's getting right through. There's nothing blocking this up now. I'm going to put it back together. I'm going to get a new screw and put it back in. Hopefully, we'll see fuel coming through this whenever I switch on the tap now. Well, that's the theory. Doesn't always work out that way, but we'll see. Here's that little seal belonging to it. Seen better days, but I have a new petcock ordered for this anyway. So we're going to put that on here. Sorry about the blurry camera work here, but it's all I've got today. So You'll have to bear with me. I do have plans to get a GoPro to help with the filming. Assuming I'm going to keep up the filming. I know I don't put a lot of effort into my videos like most people do, but I'm a normal person in a normal shed, like anyone else, like yous, and I just video it for the fun. As I said, now this thing has to go around a little post. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little post here that it has to go around. I'm trying to get it down on it. It's a bit of a weird little seal, that. Just wonder, has that to sit into that hole, that ridge, I wonder? Or has it to sit on top? This is the question. This is what I don't know. I'll just have to muck around a bit more with it here. See a little bit of shit in that there. Right. The smell of old fuel off this is horrible, man. Hate the smell of it. Once it gets on your clothes or anything, oh, you're just smelling it all day. This old fuel out, varnishy, fuely smell. It's not ideal. Yeah, I think it does actually have to go into that wee hole there. So that's what I'm trying to do with it now. Make sure that the seal's in right. Which it is. It's in the hole now, not on the ridge. Right. Sorry for going out of your view there. We're going to put on our tap now, which just simply slips in there. As you can see. It's probably not the cleanest, but it's the cleanest I can get it. I've had scrapers and everything at that. That was really stuffed up with stuff. Maybe I will give it another wee try just to see if we can get more of the shit out of it. There is a lot of scummy old, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a tar kind of stuff. It's what fuel does when it goes old, and it just blocks up everything, and it's disgusting. That's clean as you're going to get it. Well, I'm going to get it anyway. Right, let's put the top on now. So I'll show you. Top goes on top of this. There's a little spring washer underneath this slide. I don't know if you can see it there, but just for your benefit, there it is. Right, so this goes on top of that. Then goes into the hole, and you put your 2 screws in. And that's basically how the top works. I mean, there's really not a lot to it. So I'm going to screw these screws in here without losing one, hopefully, because these are tiny. And if I lose one, I'm in trouble. Right, that's that, and screwed in enough. I'm not going to lose it, and then I'll be able to show you again. Right, so we have the 2 screws sort of half in now. I just have to tighten them in, which is what I'm doing now. Out of view, or in view maybe. In view, hopefully. I just left it dirty because I'm putting a new one on anyway. This is just temporary. I've decided there's a new one going on to it. Okay, so I'm snugging these in as tight as I can get them to go. I don't have JIS screwdrivers, so that's not a big help. Right, off, on, reserve. There you go. Right, there's another little kind of a rubber block here that goes on top, which is a wee bit crudded up, but it's not that bad. Could use a bit of a cleaning. Might just give that a bit of a cleaning before I put it back down on that. So I'll be with you in a second. Yeah, so I found this stainless steel one. I know it's a bit long, but I will eventually cut it. But I'm putting it in for now, and it should be very capable of closing that in there and keeping it there. with a bit of luck. I did not see any seals or anything inside, so I don't know how you're meant to stop the fuel coming by, but that's the old one there with the bit that I drilled out on top of it. You can see there was no seals or anything on that, so that's what I'm going to screw in. I have to admire Honda's engineering, because when you look at this is a very smart way of putting on a petcock. You've got no screws on the outside. You've got a filter bowl here with a seal on it, and the screw goes inside that, so any petrol makes its way down the threads past the screw ends up where it's supposed to go anyway. So that's a very good piece of engineering by Honda. Just a little thing that I noticed. Okay, so petcock's back on, down is on, and to my right is reserve. So I'm going to put it to on. You can just see a little bit coming out. Put it to reserve. It's pissing out of it, so it's working now. It's working. So I can't put this petrol tank back on the bike yet, because it would involve taking this pipe apart again and getting petrol all over the feckin' place and everything. So I think what I really want to do is I really want to clean it out good. But it would be interesting to see if we put this tank on temporary. Would she start and would she stay running? Because this was the whole reason we were doing this tonight in the first place. I'm very tempted to pull it outside and see. We might end up doing that. Yeah, guys. Well, that did not go well. I took it out. I put the petrol tank on, and the pipe that I fitted was leaking a little bit. Started it up. It ran for a few seconds or a minute. Then it stopped as usual. Still no idea what's causing it. It has to be the timing. But the worst thing is, my worst nightmare came through. I broke another kickstart. And I wasn't kicking it really hard or anything. I really don't understand why on this particular engine this keeps happening. But that is me out another 150 to 200 euros out of my own pocket because this is broke. Oh, so annoyed. And it's not even going to be easy to get a hold of one anyway. My patience is wearing thin with this bike, I have to be very honest, and I'm really thinking about just giving it back and saying, look, get someone else to sort it out because I've had enough. Really very disappointed, very upset over this. That means taking out the engine, even if I do get another kickstart. Taking out the engine, stripping it down for a fourth or fifth time maybe, to put the stupid kickstart into it. And then it's probably going to do it again. So at this stage I just don't know what to be doing with it. Just on the brink of giving up on it. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for the night because there's nothing more I can do. I'll fit the petcock when it comes. I'll look for another kickstart. I'll fit the other kickstart. After that I think I'm probably just done with this bike. It's just beyond me. I think it may be a timing issue, but maybe when I'm taking it down to put the kickstart in I'll have a look at that. Okay, so this is what's left of the kickstart. You can see that the shaft, whatever was left of the shaft, is broke, still in it. This is exactly what happened the one previous to this. I'll show you it in a second. But there's just one thing I have noticed, and that's that the kickstart is quite loose. I don't know if you can see that, but it is quite loose on this, and I'm wondering if maybe that was part of the issue that caused it to happen. I mean, there is a little bit of play there. I don't know if I can show you that too easily, but you can see when I'm pushing it there's a bit of play there. You would expect that to be tight, wouldn't you? There's a little bit of play sort of twisting wise as well, but not a big amount. But it's enough to, if I was kicking it pretty hard, to kind of jolt it a bit, if you know what I mean. I'll show you the other one now that it broke previously. Okay, so this is the kickstart that I had in this bike previously that it broke. You'll see that it's broke in the exact same way, and the exact same piece broke off in the exact same place. You'll see also that the splines on this are not fantastic. There's a twist to them, sort of like torsion. I can't understand what's causing this. You can see that there's no wear marks really on the kickstart that might suggest why it happened, but I see some wear marks just here, if you can see that. Not sure what would have made them, but that would suggest that it was getting stuck somehow in the casing. Maybe it is that pin, maybe the pin is too short. If so, how do I remove the pin? How do I get the longer one and put it in? If some of you can answer me that, it'd be great, because the pin doesn't stick out enough for me to even grab it. It's really nearly flush with the casing. It's just out enough to about hold it in, no more. See, it's probably what's happening with it. Anyway, that's what's going on, guys. So the last time a kickstart broke on me, I went on eBay to try and get a new one, and when I ordered it, it all of a sudden got cancelled, and it was from a foreign country, like somewhere like Thailand or something like that. But it was the only one I could find at the time. Luckily for me, the last time I managed to find another one on eBay a week or two later, and I got one for it. But this time I'm not faring out so well. I did find another one in Thailand. I'm afraid it's going to get cancelled. I did buy it. Last time I just got a refund. So this time I spotted a bottom end on eBay, a full bottom end with a kickstart shaft in it. It's one of the older engines with the double sprockets on the clutch. This one only has a single. It's not a sloper. I don't think it's a sloper. A sloper, for anyone who doesn't know what a sloper is, they were the first models of CD175, where the head of the engine sort of sloped forward a bit and not straight up. I'm not too sure if the kickstart shaft in a sloper fits the model after that or not. Something I'm just going to have to take a chance on. But basically I'm at about, from buying those two things, probably about 300 to 400 euros I'm out. The thing is, if I get the one from Thailand, I can bang it into the engine. I can figure out what the issue is, why it's getting broken all the time, and hopefully I'll sort that and not happen again, and I can sell the other bottom end along with the head that I bought. Maybe I'll even make a full engine out of it, buy a cylinder and make another full engine out of it and sell it on. So either ways, I'll be able to recoup some costs, hopefully. But anyway, that's the situation for now. I'm really annoyed at the fact that it got broke again, but I'm pretty sure I know what's wrong. I think it's the retainer pin for the kickstart. If you go back in my videos, you'll see that I was talking about that. One of the first times I was putting that engine back together, I noticed that the pin was quite shallow, quite deep into the hole. So I might try and get that pin out of there. It's not going to be easy, and put a new pin in that's longer. And that may sort the situation. If not, I'll use the top casing of the bottom end that I've just bought, and hopefully that'll work. That's assuming that they're going to post it to me here in Ireland. I don't know yet, but we'll see. I'm taking every chance I can get just to get hold of one kickstart shaft. I mean, they're massively expensive. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Until I get these parts and everything else, you're probably not going to see anything more about that bike. And it's coming up to Christmas. I may post another one before Christmas, but if not, have a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year, and we'll see what happens in 2025. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting on the parts, I may start to strip that bike, strip the paint and get it prepped for paint. There's no point in hanging on for this engine to start working. I think the best thing to do is to at least show the man that the money he's spent has went into something decent, and he has some results. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint and forget the engine for now and worry about it later. I'll worry about it whenever I get the parts. So there you are, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for listening to Demo 690. Subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and give me a like. All helps to forward my channel and branch out to other people. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe.